The first phase of India's general elections, the world's largest democratic exercise, concluded today. Votes were cast in 102 parliamentary constituencies across 21 states, along with assembly constituencies in Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Over 16.63 crore voters, comprising more than 8 crore men and 8 crore women, were eligible to cast votes today. Nearly 60% voting done till 5 p.m. as per the Election Commission of India is the data. Polling was held in all seats of Tamil Nadu, Uttarakhand, Arunachal Pradesh, and in Tamil Nadu 39, 5 in Uttarakhand, 2 in Arunachal Pradesh, 2 Meghalaya, Andaman and Nicobar 1, Mizoram 1, Nagaland 1, Puducherry 1, Sikkim 1 and Lakshadweep 1. Voting exercise was also conducted in 12 seats in Rajasthan, 8 in Uttar Pradesh, 6 in Madhya Pradesh, 5 seats each in Assam and Maharashtra, 4 in Bihar, 3 in West Bengal, 2 in Manipur and 1 seat each in Tripura, Jammu and Kashmir and Chhattisgarh. The phase holds significance as it witnessed a close contest between opposition and ruling coalition blocs in the previous elections, where the UPA won 45 of the 102 seats in 2019. Tamil Nadu BJP chief Annamalai also cast his vote. Let's listen to Annamalai.
I take this opportunity to thank all the English press for coming across India to our small village, Thottambatti. Polling booth is in Uttupatti, and thank you so much for coming and taking an interest in the world's largest electoral festival, the Indian elections. Today I have done my democratic duty, and it is an important duty for every citizen of our country, because our country is a functioning democracy where the citizens have to make the democracy to function every 5 years by coming out, turning up in large numbers and voting. And today we are extremely confident that people will repose their trust in good people. People will repose their trust in good governance, and people will stand with people who stood with them over the last 10 years. I'm extremely confident that Tamil Nadu will witness a historic change on June 4, and all our candidates everywhere, they're standing with people. I'm sure that people will honor all of our hard-working candidates who stood with them.
I am very happy and proud that I have been able to cast my vote in the Lok Sabha elections. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, I am absolutely confident that the India group, India combination will win all the 39 parliamentary seats in Tamil Nadu.
Some predictions reveal that N.D.A. will come power again.
That I cannot say. This is the first phase of elections. There are 7 phases of elections. They go up to June 1. It's too premature to predict the all India result. But in Tamil Nadu, this is a one-phase election. Today, all of Tamil Nadu votes today, and I'm absolutely confident we will win all the seats.
I'm joined by Ajit Keja, senior journalist, Rami Niranjan Desai, author and scholar, and Brijesh Pandey, input editor, News9 Live. Brijesh, is talent sweeping?
Well, you know, I think, you know, if I go by what I've spoken to people over there, because, you know, we were also planning to go there to talk to Annamalai. See, the fact of the matter is that, you know, that Congress DMK combined is very, very confident. And they are very confident. They feel that, you know, that the campaign, the spirited campaign which has been launched by Annamalai, you know, forcing his party, BJP, to part ways with A.I.A.D.M.K. and then fighting this election on his own solo in a state which is, you know, which doesn't see that much of a saffron sweep, which has never seen a saffron sweep. You know, it was very brave and courageous on part of Annamalai. And the fact that, you know, that he got an absolute backing of Prime Minister, who visited Tamil Nadu for more than 8 or 9 times, you know, doing several rallies, was also a testimony of the kind of faith which has been imposed in Annamalai by the BJP top brass. But, you know, on the ground, what we have been getting to here is, based on your conversation with us, you know, reporters on the ground and also friends who have gone to visit there to cover the election. You know, it's still an uphill task for BJP to make the kind of dent, you know, the BJP is hoping it would make in South to take it to 370.
Rami, are you of the opinion that, you know, it's still an uphill task for Bharatiya Janata Party?
Look, you know,
Tamil Nadu, quote unquote, Tamil Nadu, quote unquote.
But, you know, I agree with Brajesh. You know, I think Annamalai's done a great job. You can see his popularity on the ground, the kind of rallies, the kind of people support that he has. has not been seen before. He also has very honest credentials, he has credibility, and with the Prime Minister, like Brajesh pointed out, showing the kind of affection that he showed him. He went and he hugged him, and he patted him on the back on the stage. These are marks of the kind of credibility the Prime Minister enjoys. Him extending it to Annamalai, So I think he's on the right track. Annamalai himself says that there will be a 25% vote share. Maybe that, may not be the case really, but whatever it will be, it will be a moment for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. I think it is going to be one of the most watched states in terms of this election, apart from West Bengal, of course, and Manipur. So I think, BJP knows what it's doing on ground. Annamalai knows what he's doing on ground. They will make the inroads. Having said that, this is a moment for us also who are not really involved on the ground or anything. We're just observers. Because this is the first time there's been a counter to Dravidian politics, and I think that will mark a change with, the slogan that there was, Ab ki baar Vindhya baar, So I think this is going to be a moment for all of us to watch.
Okay. Ajit, what's the big picture of the first phase? It's obviously, we can't go by constituency. If I have to say what's the big picture of the first phase, is it advantage NDA in this entire phase? Is it UPA equals ND bloc equals India, the NDA bloc, or does the ND bloc has advantage over NDA in this particular phase?
Okay, first thing, let me point out, the turnout is on an average 10% lower than 2019 turnout. This is shocking. Okay, now it's maybe because of the intense heat, 41 degrees centigrade all across the country, or because of voter fatigue, lack of enthusiasm. But that is a very important indicator in this election. I hope in the next phases, next 6 phases, the turnout really shoots up, because this is bottom 10% low, number one. Number two, you see, to begin with, in the 102 seats, if you look at 2019...
Chief, is it good news for the incumbent, or it's bad news for the incumbent?
I think it's bad news for the incumbent,
okay,
because 2014, 2019 were massive turnout and good news for the incumbent. So I would say bad news for the incumbent, but this is a very rough estimate, right? I mean, obviously the revised figures might come, but 10% gap is a major downer at this moment. I would say in this phase, India Alliance had the advantage simply because of Tamil Nadu. Absolutely. 39 seats, right? Now 39 seats, the majority they win. Even if the BJP wins 1 or 2 seats, the majority India Alliance wins. So out of 102, 39 is right there. And in the rest of the seats, if you look at 2019, it was 49 versus 49. But if you update it with the assembly polls and others, it becomes 55 versus 42. So first phase, ironically, in an election where we are expecting Mr. Narendra Modi to come for the 3rd term, ironically, in the first phase, because of Tamil Nadu, I would argue, goes in favor, overall, in favor of the India Alliance.
This is a very interesting observation, Ajit. I think there is one thing which we need to discuss, is actually the point you have made. 10%, it's not minor.
It is not minor, but I think, the revised estimate may peg it up by 3-4%. So let's wait for the final call. But yes, I agree. But it's very difficult to make a call usually, because, bumper voting also tends to go against the incumbent, and, there is a lesser voting shows lack of enthusiasm. So it can go either which way. It's a very tough call to make whether, this 10% or 8% or 7% difference is what will make mar the prospect of NDA Alliance or the NDA candidates majorly. But I think, yes, it is a sign of concern for sure, because, the kind of effort which has been put in by Election Commission of India and also by other political parties also, to make sure that they are able to get almost all the voters to the booth ground and make sure that they cast their vote, something which BJP has a PhD in.
Isn't it the time that, maybe because of there is no doubt about the fact that there is a climate change. For example, Bengaluru city has seen a dry spell of 147 days. South India has undergone tremendous heat stress. Karnataka is the second most arid state today in South India after Rajasthan. I think elections can be shifted. They used to happen in November, December. Don't you think that there has to be some sort of a consensus for the elections to be shifted back?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that can happen. But having said that, either way, if people have to vote, they will come out and vote, irrespective of the heat. Like Delhi has a heat wave going on. That's not going to stop me from going out and voting. But yeah, this is, I think maybe as these are, it's over a longer period of time. So we'll also maybe see it pick up throughout the next few weeks. So let's wait and watch.
But if there's another side of this, if we look at the number of seats in which the elections are happening, 102 seats, apart from Tamil Nadu, there is a contest in each and every seat. If we keep this Tamil Nadu outside, it gives a different picture, Ajit. If we just take out Tamil Nadu from 102.
Yes, you are right in a way. I agree with you. The main reason that the India Alliance gets an advantage here is because of Tamil Nadu. However, you see, Mahakoshal in Madhya Pradesh is the only region where the Congress has an advantage, right? That's exactly where the polling is taking place. Nagpur again, it's the only area which there is some kind of, the India Alliance has some kind of strength. Again, Western UP, the 8 seats. Again, the same thing. This is largely a Muslim-dominated region, right?
But Ajit, if I may ask you, what is one single issue which dominated the first phase? One issue. Did the Prime Minister dominate the first phase? Did opposition dominate the first phase? What dominated the first phase, if we have to tell our viewers?
Well, if you look at Tamil Nadu, then obviously the opposition leader, in this case, Stalin or Rahul Gandhi or whoever dominated the first phase because of 2 reasons. One, first phase, as I pointed out, instead of 49 versus 49, it looks like if you update it with the figures we have, of course, these are going to be revised, is almost like 55-42. So there is a bit of an advantage that the India Alliance is getting, largely coming from Tamil Nadu, as I pointed out, to some extent also from Rajasthan maybe, where some of the analysts are pointing out that the India Alliance might get a few more seats this time than the last 2 times where
Also
the
Western Uttar
BJP had
Pradesh.
swept in Rajasthan.
No, but
Remember
Ajit, my question was, what is one issue which dominated the first phase? Is there one issue which dominated the first phase?
Tamil Nadu and BJP's push in
No, Tamil Nadu is a state. I mean to say issue in terms of national security. Was it Ram Mandir? Was it stability during an uncertain global time? Rami, to you, because on this note, I would like to close this part of this conversation, my on point 2. What is one issue which dominated this first phase?
I agree with you. I think there are these very important events that have happened. First of all, I have to say, it is, this high octane campaign led by Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah. They've been rallying. Their speeches have been riveting. The BJP's aim to win 370 of 543 Lok Sabha seats, is a steep rise from its score in 2019. I think that has predominantly really got the imagination of people. Everybody is talking about 400 par, kaise karenge, kar payenge, nahi kar payenge. It doesn't matter. That's that's what they've set for themselves. So I think that has dominated people's imagination, whether, this is going to happen, not happen. And, it's almost like people have accepted that, they're going to be somewhere close to it. Number 2, we've had big events like Ram Mandir, and it didn't stop at Ram Mandir, it was again, the general public was again reminded of it with the Ram Navami Surya Tilak, which, was doing the rounds on social media. Everybody was very excited about it. Again, it was brought back very strategically into people's consciousness, So there have been things like this. Number 3, I also think, just the general sentiment of people that when BJP announces a manifesto, that manifesto is not just a PR event, but everything in the manifesto is going to be fulfilled. So when the manifesto says that UCC is going to come in, other points of concern that the general public has, this becomes what drives the elections, So I think that's what's happened, and Prime Minister Modi holds a lot of credibility. I don't think whether one votes for the party or doesn't vote for the party, I don't think you can deny that. On the other hand, what has happened is the opposition's not been able to come up with a really big event, a really big sentiment
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
Talking about inflation or or
So basically, Rami,
unemployment.
you're saying that the Prime Minister dominated it, his speech dominated it. Just 30 seconds to you. What dominated the first phase of the election?
No, I
Your
completely
take.
agree with Rami. The fact of the matter is that the first thing which the BJP and the Prime Minister did was that they first ran away with the election when they put in this 370 target for the BJP and up ki baar 400 par for the NDA. We saw Congress trying to make a very feeble attempt to catch up yesterday or day before yesterday when Rahul Gandhi said that 15 days we thought 180, now it is 150. It was a very late and very lame comeback if you compare that to the popular imagination. That send a message to the cadre that, boss, this is so at least we are winning at least this much.
Okay.
So which gave them an unassailable lead as we speak now. The second was Ram Temple. The Ram Mandir was, to keep the excitement alive. The Surya Tilak. I'm saying this because, all the society WhatsApps, RWA WhatsApp groups and all, and the kind of message it percolated down. It was like, forcing you to undergo the kind of religious fervor you experienced on the 22nd of January. It was reignited. And you will see.
Two things you said. Two things. Ajit? Mr. Jha?
I feel that there was a lack of a Balakot kind of issue. In 2019, Balakot dominated everything, right? Now, this phase, the first phase, because Tamil Nadu was the main state in this case, and Ram Mandir is not such a big issue in Tamil Nadu as, say, in the north, UP, Bihar, and the Hindi heartland. Therefore, I suspect that there was a lack of a Balakot kind of issue. Maybe Ram Mandir did not play the same important agenda as Balakot in 2009, at least in Tamil Nadu. And therefore, I feel that I hope the turnout will increase because this is really, really low turnout. Even if you compare the 2019 first phase election, again, there is a 10-point gap. So what I'm saying is this gap is something which we need to look for in the next phases.
Okay,
It is a very
if you ask me,
significant gap.
if you ask me, as an anchor, I think this elections from the BJP side was fought on the larger issues in terms of national security, and from the Congress side they are trying to bring it down to the local constituency and state issues, and that is very, very I would say different from the way elections were fought in 2019, where Rahul Gandhi was directly taking on Prime Minister Modi at a personal level. Now he's taking over the cultural issues, language issues, seat issues. So the layout of the campaign of the Congress and BJP are at two different levels. Let's see who gets the benefit of it. So thank you, all of you.